Welcome everyone to this GearBlocks dev diary. Sorry I haven't done one of these in such a long time. A lot of work has happened since the last one, far more than I can cover here, so I thought I'd just go over what's new in the latest demo release. If you're interested in following everything else that's been going on, please check out my dev blog if you haven't already. I'll put a link in the description. Also, I just started a GearBlocks Discord server, which I'll link to as well, so please take a look at that. Okay, so the changes in the latest demo focus on the player character and controls. So first let's start with the character model. The old skin mesh models have been replaced with one made out of separate body parts. My idea for the character design is for it to visually fit within the GearBlocks world and to be simple for me to create the assets for it. Also, it allows for character customization. In the full version of the game, you can build a character from a selection of body parts and paint it, just like you would any other construction. And then you can save it out to be used as your player character. This functionality is disabled in the demo. Instead, there are just a couple of pre-made characters to choose from. Here's the new character UI. You can select a character like this, or you can deselect them all and one will be chosen at random when you start a game. Next, let's take a look at the player animations. There are now improved locomotion animations for walking and running, as you can see here. And here are the new animations I added for jumping, falling and landing. In first-person mode, the camera is attached to the player's animated head bone, giving a bit more life to the camera. You can see it bob up and down as we run and jump. Also notice that the character model is now visible in first-person mode, giving a much more grounded feel to the player. The player's arm is now animated based on the view direction. Notice it move as we look up and down. Again, you can see this in third person. Also notice that the player's head looks up and down as well. Also, when you switch tools, the transition between them is animated, like this. Note that these tools are just placeholders for now. And finally, here's the new animation pose that is transitioned to when the player is seated. The last thing to talk about is the player movement and controls. This has been completely re-implemented to be physics-based, which means that it properly interacts with other objects in the world now. So this means that you can push things around like this, and then you can be pushed around like this. You can see the player gradually comes to a stop. And you can see it again here as well. You push this, and then it'll come back and push us back. Also, now when standing on something, any movement from the character applies a force to the object that you're standing on in the opposite direction, which you can see here. So you can see it there. And we can see it also on here if I stand on this roundabout thing, and then you can give it a little kick like that. Also, when standing on a construction, the player's weight now pushes down on it. So if we stand on the other end of this seesaw, the player's weight will counteract the weight on the other end. Or we can stand on this sprung platform here. And you can see the weight pushing down on the sprung platform like that. And lastly, there's now a free flight mode, which you can toggle just by pressing X. And then you can fly around using the normal WASD controls. This can be useful if you're building large constructions, for example. Okay, well that's all. Don't forget to try the new demo and check out the Discord server, and thanks for watching.